If you've struggled to find makeup that works really well on mature skin, this video's for you. I have found a few brands that really complement my skin tone, my wrinkles, my age spots. They work well with what I'm dealing with at 58, and I want to tell you about them. To start, I use this, and it really isn't makeup, but I feel like it does put a little bit of color on my face, so I wanted to mention it. This is a tinted SPF, and that's what I have on right now, and I just put that on in the morning, and it doesn't offer like big coverage or anything, but it does give me a good SPF coverage, and it is tinted, so it hides some faults. I'm gonna go in order in which I actually put things on my face. I'm not really sure if you are supposed to put things on in a certain order, but I'm just gonna share with you what I like to do. I like to start with my eyes because if I accidentally get like a little smear of mascara or eyeliner or something, I can get that off without wiping makeup off. So it just makes sense to me. So I like to start with, this is by MAC and it's a paint pot and it's just a neutral color, but I like to start putting that all over my lid. And the reason, it's twofold actually. First of all, it evens out the color of my eyelids. Like it just gives it just a blanket, nude, even color. And then secondly, I feel like my powder eyeshadow adheres to it and lasts all day without creasing and that type of thing. So I like to start with the MAC paint pot. So Tarte isn't necessarily a brand that caters to women with mature skin, but I find that it works really well with my mature skin, so I love a lot of Tarte products. This eyeshadow palette has been one of my favorite for years. It's just most of the, let's see, there we go. Most of the colors that I use are in this one and I gravitate towards it all the time. So I'm just gonna show you what I use and how I apply it. So I'm gonna start with this lighter shade. It's called Flower Child. And I'm just gonna dip my brush in here. And I'm gonna take this and just put it on my lid up to the socket line, like this. And I'm really just establishing a nice neutral color that will help with the other colors when I blend those on. And I will link everything down below, the colors, the brushes, everything for you down there in the description box. Then I like to take this shade right here. It's called Rocker, and it's sort of a coppery, it's not glittery, but it has some sparkle to it. And then I like to use kind of a fluffier brush, and I will sort of like windshield wipers, I will go back and forth in the socket line like this, back and forth. And then over here, same thing. And look, I am no makeup artist at all. I just do what I like, what I think complements my eyes. And so that's what I'm sharing with you today. So not the expert, just sharing what I do. Then I'll take this shade right here. It's called Charmer. And I'm gonna put that right underneath the brow bone right here. And then I'll take some and like sort of go in, because sometimes that little area right there looks shiny and weird. So I want to take a flat matte color and just blend that in like that. Sometimes I wear eyeliner, like legit eyeliner, but most days, 90% of the time, I will use eyeshadow as an eyeliner because to me, it looks more natural and it blends in and it's not as harsh of a line as like a liquid eyeliner pen or whatever. So anyway, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Activist. And this is a very small brush, see that? And I'm gonna dip it in that shade. I'm gonna try to do this while I talk to you. And I go across my lash, like I'm touching my bottom lashes right here like this, kind of back and forth. And I go all the way to the corner. I just go about halfway to the eyeball on both sides, and then I'll take it a little bit more and I'm going to take right where it ends right here and kind of wing it up a little like this, and the other side like that. And then I'll take Same thing, only I'm gonna go underneath like this, about halfway. And I will take a Q-tip and kind of clean up any areas that are maybe not straight. So for instance, take a Q-tip and just kind of line it like that. And there you go. The last shade that I use in this palette is right here, and it's called Funny Girl, and it's sort of a golden shimmery shade, and I use this brush. It's sort of pointed and flat, and I like to just dab in the product and put it very specifically in the center right here. I'm not spreading it out, I'm just putting it like that. And I want to show you something. Okay, do you see how I feel like, anyway, this eye looks more open than this eye when I have just that little pop of shimmer, you know, gold shimmer right there. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like it just opens the eye up that much more. And so again, just right in the center. I'm not blending it all over, just right there. Now moving on to mascara. So let me introduce you to Prime Lash from Prime Prometics. They have 3 colors available. They have black, which is what I'm wearing, brown, and then also navy. And look, they're water resistant, hypoallergenic, no red, watery, or irritated eyes, no smudges. Hello, all of the things that we love. Another thing I wanted to tell you, remember how I said that it's water resistant, which is awesome, but it's easy to take off at the end of the night. When you're using your makeup remover, it just comes right off. There's not tugging and pulling at your eye, which we wouldn't want to do anyway. And the best part, I have a code for you for 10% off. My code is Petite 10, and I will put that down in the description box to get 10% off your order, and let me know how you like it. Now that we're done with eyes, I want to move on to concealer, which this is from Tarte, and this is their creamy creaseless concealer. I just dot it on right here, and then I take this Way Cool brush. Look at this. They call it the Kitten's Paw brush. It's a BK Beauty brush, and I just sort of tap that into the skin and come around like this on both sides. And then I'm going to follow it up with Laura Geller Baked Powder Foundation. If you haven't tried that, oh my goodness, it's so good. Laura Geller is another brand that really focuses on women over 40. As a matter of fact, in her ads and social media content and all the things to promote the brand, she never features a model or an influencer or anybody like that under 40. She just doesn't believe in it. Like, if the product's going to be for somebody who's 40, she wants to represent women that are over 40. I love that. So this is what the baked looks like. It's a baked powder foundation, and I take this sort of a dense angled brush, again, BK Beauty, and I'm going to have all of this linked down below. And I'm just sort of patting it all over my face and blending like this. I love the color correction aspect to this. I feel like it just evens out my skin tone. And for a real sort of natural look, I like to see my skin through my makeup. I don't want it to look all caked on. I want to be able to see. And, you know, I mean, I have age spots I don't love right there. And you can still see them. I'm not mad about it or anything. I just want my makeup to look pretty and natural and, you know, all the things. Probably the number one makeup question that I get is about my brows. So let's talk about my brows. Let me tell you that I had them microbladed about 5 years ago. So yes, there is still some pigment on there, but I haven't had it retouched. So I'm gonna get real close and let you see. It has like sparse places here and here. So I love this. This is from Benefit, and it is called Precisely My Brow. So on one end is the spoolie, and then on the other end is it's a retractable pencil, and I have it in the shade 3.5. And what I do is wherever it's a little sparse, you know, right here, I will just make some lines like this. I know it's hard to see, but I just sort of fill in, and then I'll kind of go like this, and then make sure it's even through here. And then I like to brush through it because I don't want it to look like fine, like very detailed lines. I want it to be blended across. So yeah. Okay, so this side, I'm going to fill in the holes right there, and I'm going to come across and come down, and then I'm going to run the brush through it so it doesn't look so, you know, I don't know, like lines. It looks more blended, I guess. All right, moving on to contour. So this is my favorite. It's from Westman Atelier, and the shade is Biscuit. And I'm just going to come right here at the top of my cheekbone, and I'm just going to come down like this on both sides. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to sculpt my face. So what that means is I'm trying to create shadows in certain places to accomplish different things. So for instance, on my nose, I'm trying to achieve a thinner nose, not as wide. On my cheekbones, I'm trying to achieve a higher cheekbone instead of, you know, as we age, everything kind of goes down. So this is what it looks like. And then I'm going to take this brush for the cheekbones, and I'm just going to kind of blend it kind of upward a little bit. I find that, you remember back in the day when when we were told, go like this and put your blush here? Well, that was fine, you know, when you were 16 and you had these, you know, cheeks that were full and everything. But now, as I'm older, I need to like lift the makeup and put it on a little higher. So I'm going to blend that in, creating a more narrow jawline right here. And up here, I've tried other contours. Seriously, I don't like anything as much as this. I mean, so there's others that are good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. But I haven't found anything that I like as much as this one. Okay, this is just a small, kind of a dense brush like that. And I'm just going to take this and kind of blend it in. And it may look funny at first, like, ooh, she's got patches or whatever. But I promise you that when you blend it in and you have all of your makeup on, it really does go together. It's, you know, you kind of have to put it all on together before you judge. So there. Okay, there's that. Now, let's put some blush on. Back to Laura Geller. I love this. This is a blush serum cheek tint. And it comes, there's so many colors that you can choose from. So I just started using this one. You turn it, you hear that click. So I just started using this one in the fall. I had one that was a lighter pink that I used in the summer. And so you click it, the product up like that, and then I just sort of touch it. See how that looks? And then I'll take this blush brush and sort of blend it in. I'm blending it actually, you know, up and back, and it kind of blends with that contour that I just put on. So there you go. And blend up and back. And there. Next, I use this highlighter, and this is Champagne Pop from Becca. This is what it looks like. And I like to take a brush like this and just touch it like that and put it on my nose, the end of my nose like this. And I like to put it at the tops of my cheekbones, that. And then just take a little bit with my finger and put it on my Cupid's bow right there. It just sort of, I don't know, it adds dimension to your face. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, lips. Most of the time, I have my favorites. I have like 4 favorites that I rotate between, but this is one of them. This is Kidman's Kiss, and so I'll put that on first. It's Charlotte Tilbury, and you'll find all of them, and I'll list them below, but all of the shades that I sort of rotate between are all sort of pinky nude shades. So there's that. And then this, another Laura Geller. This is not sponsored by Laura Geller. I just happen to love her products. So this is a lip oil. It's a tinted lip oil. And when you look at it in here, you think, oh my goodness, that's dark. But it's so not dark. Watch. I'll put it on here. And it is so moisturizing. It gives you that gloss look, but it doesn't give you that sort of like when your lips are, you know, how kind of stuck together. It doesn't do that at all. It's very comfortable on the skin. And all right, that's the final look. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but I'm just sharing with you what I do. Oh, and I want to say this too. So it seems like it's lasting forever, but that's because I'm explaining everything as I go. When I get ready in the morning, it does not take me that long at all, because I'm just, but when I'm talking with you and I'm explaining it all, I want to make sure that I'm clear and I go over everything. So that's why it feels like it's longer. Thank you so much for watching. And look, if you have a brand of cosmetics that you recommend that really do well with more mature skin, either it's geared toward mature skin or it just happens to go on well on mature skin, please let me know in the comments below. I love to learn from you as well. I want to know all the things and we can talk about them together in the comments. So leave that information below. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Everything will be listed in the order in which I talked about it down below. And thanks for spending part of your day with me. Be sure and tap the like and subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos. And I will see you in the next one.